one small thing which is called Satzklama. Yeah, the Satzklama is nothing but the sentence structure, and you see that there is a two for modal verben, which means any modal verbs that you use in a sentence will always be in position two. Satz Ende einen Infinitiv. Yeah, infinitive is nothing but the verb in the whole form. So, ich muss jeden Tag bis 19 Uhr arbeiten. Am Samstag muss ich auch arbeiten. So, like there are two sentences, and you see here, jeden Abend is coming in the third position, but am Samstag, like here, the second sentence, the day is coming in the beginning. It is okay to use. Usually, I prefer the time temporal, any day, time, everything coming in the first, with the modal Verben in zweiter Position und dann Personalpronomen in dritte Position und dann gibt es einen anderen Verben in Infinitiv, the other verb in the infinitive. Yeah. So these are some things, and that's all is the end of lesson 5. So one, I think like one day in the next week, probably 1 hour, I would like you to give, I would like you to write a small test for me to understand where you stand. Okay. So just maybe I really want to hear your opinions as well, because is it okay the next week, or shall we just it is we have to really fix on a date? Is there anything that you somebody could tell us, or
The next week I have a lot of work to do in the college. So if you are
college?
postponed to
Okay.
the coming next week, then it's very helpful for me because I have two tests on the next week, also
Okay.
two seminar presentation also.
Okay, fine. What about Sid and everyone? So, shall I do one thing? I'm going to send the paper. Okay, so I'll send you the paper through Swatini or through our German class WhatsApp. So, don't open it until you are ready to write, because like it is not anything like marks or something, doesn't matter for us at all. But this is the way that I really need to know where you stand, right? So, I'll send you the paper. Who just hold on 1 second. Sorry. So I would like you to just start. If I'm so sorry, I have not been keeping really well for the past 2 days. So I think like I'm catching up a cold or something. Okay. So I'll send you the paper, and it is important that you write it whenever it's possible for you. Is that okay with everyone? And send it to me through the WhatsApp also is fine. Whichever, or to my email ID. Does that work with everyone? Is that okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah.
What are the portions need to study?
It
Like,
would be it would be from lesson 1 to lesson 5, Atul. And mostly the
yeah,
Skoots und Klar we saw, no? The last page now, what we revised is the basic. Yeah. So from there, it's not like I would give only words from there. Something like, like you're all in college, you know how it is. So the whole thing is like the topics covered in all the 5 lessons will be your portions. Yeah. Okay. So that I'll do. But this is like your next step. Now we come to, there are like 4 cases in German. We will like we have touched upon what a direct object is, what is an indirect object. Yeah, so we say like there are like there is accusative, dative, genitive. There are cases in German. Yeah, but what we are going to look at in this is about accusative, and then you have, how do I write in the past? If I have to write, I did my homework yesterday. Gestern, and then how will you write? You know how to write in present tense. But this is the next step to see how do I write in the past tense, and how do I use some certain prepositions. And also the trennbare verben. Trennbare verben is nothing but the separable verbs we always talk about. There are like auf, stehen, yeah. So let us look at the Lernziele. Okay, so etwas gemeinsam planen. Gemeinsam is it's a word which means together. Yeah, there is another word which is a synonym of gemeinsam. Gemeinsam is all together. Zusammen is also something. It's like the meaning of zusammen is together. Yeah, gemeinsam, zusammen. So when do we use these words together? Like we had a friends get together, or we had a family get together. So there are like so many things, and it is important to really see that like you whenever you have some parties, you are planning for a party, or you are planning for a festival, where you are planning for a dinner, planning for a lunch. This is all this lesson about, and you will see like how it goes about. And one thing is über Geburtstage sprechen. Yeah, about the birthday. Yes. Every day, every year, that is one special day that we feel really like being appreciated, being loved so much. Even though mothers at times forget, all the other things. One second. Okay. So, even though we really like feel like, oh, my mother is not even like looking at me nowadays, she's very busy in the kitchen, or she thinks the other way that you are always busy, all the other way around. The parents, not just the mother, I'm just like telling together, like Geburtstag is like, Geburt means birth, and Tag is day, so birthday. So we're going to talk about this Thema Geburtstag, and then eine Einladung verstehen und schreiben. Eine Einladung bedeutet, Einladung means ich einlade dich. Einlade is a verb which means to invite. Einladung is invitation. And I'm going to stop right here and share the whiteboard where we can just write down some words that we come across. One is gemeinsam. Gemeinsam is together. Is zusammen also is together. Okay. And then Geburtstag, birthday. And then you have einladen. Einladen, to invite. Einladung is invitation. Can you see that it's called a substantiva? Substantiva is like a verb changing into a Nominierung, we call it otherwise, which means like we change the verb into a noun. Invitation is a noun, isn't it? It is an invitation. You see that invitation paper on your hand, then it becomes a noun. This invitation is red in color. This invitation has to be like, it it has to be in capital letter, and you see this difference right here. Einladen is a verb, and I write it as V is verb. Einladung is a Einladung is noun, which is invitation. Just write down this. I'll just some drink some water and come back. Yeah. So we need to know the difference between how many verbs change from. Thank you so much, Ayush. Many verbs change from a verb, a verb into a noun, and one of it that you're seeing is a best example. Yeah. So we will also see all of that when it comes to, uh, you know, um, uh, to other topics. But the one which comes into my mind immediately is reisen is to travel. Just bear with me, okay? Because this, I still have this somewhere this cold, or so I'm catching up. So I'll be doing this often. I feel I don't know. I'm so sorry. Reisen is to Reisen is traveling. Yeah. The other verb which comes to my mind is essen is to eat. Essen with
Ma'am,
yeah,
to travel and traveling, you write rice and a same thing, rice and
same
rice.
thing. Yeah, many but that's why I'm coming. So some verbs like rise in essen, for instance, is eating or the food. Sometimes, eat, eating, and you see the food. Traveling is, so many verbs change from en to ung. Sometimes it takes the suffix as ung. Some just stay like that. Yeah. So for instance, if you look at some verbs, or some things you feel it is a verb but it is in capital, then it is a nomen. Nomen means it is the noun of the verb. It is called nominierung in German, and we also have that in English as well. But this is like, you need to really like now open your eyes wide to look for words like this. Yeah. So you see, you might think, oh, is that a verb? But it will come in between the sentence, not in the second position, and say it is like a noun. Yeah. So we will come back to it. Just write down these three alone for now. This is more than enough. When the topic comes, we will get into a lot of other things. But this I definitely want you to understand. Einladen means to invite. Einladung is invitation. It is two different things. One is a verb, one is a noun, and you have to write Einladung with a capital E because all nouns are capitalized, is the first rule in German. Is that clear, Atul?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So we will come back to all of that whenever we come across some words. I will definitely write down both and tell you, okay, that day I told you about this. Now see, this is very familiar or similar to that. Yeah. Okay. So when you have im Restaurant, bestellen und bezahlen, we need to really like understand how it works with a restaurant. We don't say restaurant, it's restaurant. It's a French word. So im Restaurant bestellen und bezahlen. Then über ein Ereignis sprechen. Ereignis is a very um, a new word for you. Ereignis is something like an experience, and there are many, many meanings for it. Let us just come back when the topic comes. Then bestimmte Informationen in Texten finden. This is your first step. If you see, these two are the steps to prepare you for your exam. So for in a paragraph, they would ask you some questions. You need to look into the paragraph to really fish out the answers. Yeah. So this is one. The second is Veranstaltungen Tipps in Radio verstehen. Veranstaltungen means nothing but events, and you will have to really listen to all these things so that your hearing or listening skills also improve. Yeah. And when it comes to grammatic, Datumsangaben with we are going to learn about this. Trennbare Verben, which means separable verbs. The first verb you already know, aufstehen. Yeah. And the verb which I wrote right now, einladen, is also a trennbare Verben. Prepositionen für plus accusative. Then here comes the big topic, this accusative. It is, I don't know, for children it doesn't really sound so easy, But as adults, I think like it must be like some things that you can connect to easily. Yeah, for children it is like very raw topic, because they still haven't got that, like 16, 17-year old, I think like they will be definitely able to pitch into it so clearly. I've seen many groups, and it is always easy for the adults, almost an adult, to understand this topic much easier. And you have personal pronomen im Accusati. We will look at that. Präteritum von haben und sein is nothing but the the past form of haben and sein. We already have seen one past form, one future form of haben. Ich hätte gern einen Termin. I would like to have a termin. Termin is appointment. You saw the future a little bit. It is just a glimpse, a drop in the ocean is what you saw. But here you will see the preteritum is like the past form. It would definitely help you to write more sentences. So now coming back to the lesson, I would like you to look at all the was möchten wir machen? Freizeit, sehen Sie da die Fotos an. Welche Freizeitaktivität passt? Raten Sie. Okay. So you can just look at the verbs and the pictures, and you can see which is what, and match it. This is what we do in most of the lessons. So I think like you might not need more than 5 minutes time. Look at the verb or the word Fußball spielen, for instance. Which one is that? Which one do you think is Fußball spielen?
11th one.
11th one, sehr gut. Elf. Auf Deutsch, danke sehr. So, like that, quickly find out all the, all your 12 words. And you need to be thorough with these words also.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I want to say something that the book put you in the drive right now is it in black and white form. So if you okay now, just re-upload the file, this book
Which
file,
one? Which one?
this course book file, because this file right now is in black and white form, black and white.
I think
So
it is like that, no, Atul, because whenever you take a photocopy, you would always take it in this thing, no? Otherwise, it costs so much, right? Even a page in color, it costs around like 7 rupees or something, isn't it? Am I
no,
correct?
ma'am, no, ma'am. That's not. I'm just telling that the software copy also right now is in black and white form in that drive.
How? I don't
I don't know.
understand.
I
Initially,
don't
it was
know.
in color only, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Initially for me also it is in color, but right now it is
Oh,
in black and white form.
okay. Let me just check, Katul. Yeah, you continue your work. I'll just like look into the drive. Maybe I will also see the other group's drive whether that is there. I don't know. Maybe if somebody had deleted it again, I think. I think so. I'll just look into it right now. Thank you, Atul. Okay, so once you're done, you can just uh, like you can discuss among yourselves for the answer. Each one take a turn and tell each other what is the answer. By that time, I'll just look into this book and let you know. I'm just here listening to all of you. So just one of you start and then say build eins and then you can say the name of the word, whatever it is. Yeah. So please take turns with each other.
Yeah, I think eins is Jorgen.
Others, please take your turns.
Size, skeleton,
Zwei, what is zwei?
skeleton,
Read it again once more, one more time, please.
skeleton,
Look at your book. K, what's the
L,
spelling?
L, A,
Mm-hmm.
A, T, A, R, N.
R N. K L E, how will you say?
Letter.
ERN, that's right. And how would you say KLE? Cletton. Yeah, it's not KEL, it's KLE. Cletton, what was bedeutet Cletton? What do you mean by Cletton? What is
To
Cletton? Yes, Sid?
climbing.
Fine.
Climbing, that's right. Or Cletton is also something like hiking. They use the climbing is one thing, or they also they use these shoes for hiking also, so you need to know both. Yeah, have you looked into something called hiking? What is hiking of Deutsch? We have learned this hiking. I told you once, spazieren gehen is walking, and it starts with a W.
Wandering.
Well,
They are good. Wandern. Wandern is hiking. Yeah, is hiking. And the Klettern is like you have Berg Klettern means like the mountain climbing. And then you have what is hill of Deutsch? Hill. Have you seen what is hill? It is very similar to Himmel. Himmel is the sky. Hugel. H U umlaut G E L. They also climb the hills. So Hugelklettern, which means climbing the hills. Yeah, yeah. And then what else? Good, Alex. Next one.
Drive
Right.
forward for
Good. Quick. Fear.
Grillen,
Grillen. Sehr gut. Zex.
fotografieren.
Oh, food.
in
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
So
Fünf.
foods.
Ja, ja, genau. Fotografieren. Sehr gut. Sechs.
Tanzen,
Tanzen. Und sieben.
snowboard fahren. Snowboard
Snowboard
fahren.
fahren. Does it really look like a snowboard? I thought it's a bike. I don't get this image at all. I don't know. Is that snowboard?
I don't know. I thought that was a sort of that stick, something like that.
What is it? Somewhere I feel it is. Okay, let us see. Then acht. What is acht? Acht.
Im Internet surfen.
Surfen. Sehr gut. Acht, neun.
Listen.
What is it?
Listen.
A lesson. Yeah, lesson. Okay. It looks like an iPad, isn't it? No? What does it look like? It's so
like a board.
That's the
bored.
book.
Like,
Book.
Book.
Closed
Exactly.
book, ma'am.
It's like a binded red book, no? The old books, like
Yeah.
how they are. Yeah.
ma'am, I
Same.
think they don't know how to took a photo properly.
That's
Oof.
true. The photograph here in also, first time I saw, I couldn't understand what it is. Then when I saw the this thing only, I could understand. Oh, this is what it is. I thought it's a room. I have been into some rooms like this in Germany in a museum. It used to be a tunnel. Okay, and the tunnel is exactly looks like something's very similar to this, and you can walk through the tunnel. I was like looking at that, and finally I found out when I was studying. Oh, is that photograph here? Yeah, you are right. And then sane sane
Hence, Kinogen.
in skin. Okay, and say good. And then elf.
Fußballspiel.
What? Fußball spielen. Sehr good. Mhm. Wolf.
Wandern.
Wandern. Okay, good. Und dann 13. What is that then?
And that is that snowboard fun, I think.
Okay, so what is missing?
Human is missing.
Hmm?
Schwimmen is missing now.
Schwimmen is missing. Then what this could be? I really don't know what is that.
I think it's a bowl with water.
Huh?
A bowl with water. Bowl,
Both.
bowl, bowl with water.
For
I
me, it
think.
looks like a motorbike side. Somewhere I don't know why I'm thinking like that, but it looks like that for me. I don't know. Okay. So we will just look into the answer. Maybe like we will see, okay, oh, this is the picture, like that we'll see. At times it is so very funny at times to really look at that. Okay, so when I am just like working on that, you can just like look at the next one, which is typically you're going to work in twos. How many are we? Six or seven today? One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so you can choose your partner quickly. You can think of some partners, and whoever says the partner's name are partners. Okay. Arbeiten Sie zu zweit. You have to work in twos. You have to wählen Sie drei Fotos. Means choose three photos. Finden Sie zu jedem Bild fünf passende Wörter. Das Wörterbuch hilft. Wer ist zuerst fertig? So first, quickly form your groups. Maybe I should just put you into your breakout rooms. You have to choose three, three of pictures, and then finally, what you need to do is five words for that topic. For instance, Farad Farin. Then you can say helm, which is like the helmet, or like the cycle, and then you have hand gloves. You have a road, the Straße. That's where you actually do that. So you can find five words related to that photo, and whoever finishes, come back to the main room quickly. So I have allotted, you can go into your rooms and come back in not more than 5 minutes. Let's see who finishes first. Ah, Sid is here. Here's Amy.
She's there.
Okay, she's here. Okay, so you can tell me what is
Yes, ma'am. So she has noted it down.
yeah, yeah, no
Um,
problem. One of you, whoever has.
yeah. For football, we wrote Spielplatz,
Mhm.
Stiefel,
Okay,
Jersey,
what is that?
Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah, yeah, Jersey.
It's Jersey itself.
Yeah, yeah, Jersey is Jersey. Yeah.
Okay, Jersey.
What is that?
Stadium instead of stadium.
Studium, stadion. Is that what you have
Stadium.
written? Stadion?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Okay, then Manshot.
Mannschaft.
The team.
Yes, that's a very good word. Like the word, it's Mannschaft. They are good.
Okay.
Team wins.
Then
Yeah.
for London, we wrote Hugel,
Mm-hmm.
Berg,
Okay.
Wasser,
Wasser.
Naturlich,
Natürlich.
Schönheit.
Genau. Natur also. Natur
Two.
is Natur, not with an E. Natur. Natur. Natur is also nature. Yeah.
Schönheit, we thought it's nature photography.
Yeah. Okay. Sehr good. Done.
Rucksack.
Rucksack. Very good because you cannot go without a rucksack, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. Then is like that all you have chosen three, two, how many
Yeah,
photos?
Three.
three.
Okay.
Jorgen,
Mhm.
Laufschuh,
Okay.
Park is park, right?
Park is park. Yeah, dear park.
Okay. Then fitness track again, let's say.
What is it?
Fitness track.
Fitness
Fitness
tracker. Fitness
tracker.
tracker. Yeah.
Ah, fitness tracker is like, is that in the watch you mean, or what is it?
Yeah. Similar to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so fit band or something like that. You
Yeah.
mean the MI band, something
Yeah.
like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fitness is fitness, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Energy and drink.
What is that?
The energy drink.
Energy drink. What is that? Energy drink of Deutsch?
Energy drink. A drink.
Everything doesn't work like that. Drink is what in German?
uh,
Pint.
Huh?
drink
Pint.
it.
Right.
Get
Clearing.
drunk, get drink
Drink.
means drinks. Energy, GY is in English, but GIE is of Deutsch. So it's Energie Getränke, means like the energy drinks. Yeah. Okay. That's
Then
all. Yeah. One
t-shirt
more.
on hose.
T-shirt und Hose. They're
Yeah,
good.
that's it.
Okay. What is all this? These people are taking forever. Atul Pin. I'm just closing out the rooms. Let's see. Have you all come? Hello. No sound at all. Where were you all? Where's Atul? Who was Atul's? Atul wasn't there, is it? No,
Prince
you.
ആവൂലേ?
Huh?
Prince Atul was there.
Yeah, he can come back. Okay. So who was whose partner? Sid and Amy just ran, came, and we discussed the answers only, and you're all happily sitting there in the room. Okay, who are the other like other breakout rooms is like Atul and Alex, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But we didn't finish that thing. Uh,
Okay.
yes. Okay. I can. We will just about the two answers.
Yeah, yeah. Please read whatever you have, please.
Okay. So first thing I will read,
Hmm.
and second thing he will read. Okay. First thing is jogging.
Okay.
So you use shoe, socks, tracksuit and stopwatch. 5 items. So for shoe, dear sukh, and for
Sure.
sock, you. Okay.
Sure.
Then socks, dear zoken.
Zocken. Sehr gut. Zocken. But when you say it, it's Zocken. Yeah. It's not Socken, it's Zocken. Okay. Then,
Then track, it is the spear.
mhm,
Then tracksuit, it is
okay.
stra- training Zhangzhou.
What is that training?
Training Zhangzhou.
What is the spelling?
Training Training. Then
Okay.
Sanzug.
Trainingsanzug. It's like trainings is like a separate word. Trainings. Anzug. Anzug. Anzug is nothing but the suit that you wear for your training. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
So trainings is a one word.
One
Is it?
word. Exactly.
So,
Trainingsanzug.
but
Yeah.
they are putting all the words together. Okay.
Yeah. You have to find out that, that, okay, this is like word one.
I
Yeah.
I got
That's
a
the,
rhythm. I got a rhythm also. Zanzu. Okay, it's a good rhythm
yeah.
also.
That's totally right. Like, yeah, that's what we tend to do because, like, if they put some, one of the longest word in German is 80 letters together. Just think how it would be for people to understand where to stop. It is like, yeah, one of the most complicated one. When you say like two words put together, it's like we never know where to stop. So unless we practice, we'll get to know. Yeah, it's trainings Anzug. Sehr good. And then
Okay, ma'am. For it's a which type? Masculinum, femininum.
der Anzug. So it's
Dear.
der Anzug. Yeah.
Yeah. Then next is stopwatch.
Mhm.
For that, D stop here. Stop
Stop.
here. Here.
Ua.
Stop
Mhm.
here.
Good.
The next thing is the internet surfing, and it's Alexander will discuss.
Okay. Off to Alexander. Yes, Alexander. That was very
Yes,
professional. Yes, Alex.
keyboard.
Tell me. Huh?
Let's do a keyboard and
Keyboard. Sehr gut. Aber was ist Keyboard auf Deutsch?
taste.
Sehr good. It's very yeah. It is not as
Sure.
easy to tastatur. It's like pasta, tasta. Yeah, tastatur. Yeah, genau. And
So what type, ma'am?
what is it? Oh my God, gender. The
We
Adidas.
didn't we didn't get that thing. I think it's
Mm,
masculine.
no, it's femininum. It's tastatur. Mhm. Okay, then
Mouse. Next word mouse.
mouse spelling.
D mouse. MAUS.
Mouse. Okay, the Adidas.
Next CPU.
D. D
D.
mouse.
A
Yeah.
U.
Maus. Maus. D mouse. Yeah. Then
Say PU.
Eh?
what is it?
CPU.
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 Oh my. Okay, the central processing unit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So it is called the central processor. As I come from that background of The technical words I will know a bit. So it's called the central processor, but it starts with a set, ANTRAL, set, ASSOR. When you come to C, central processor, okay, CENTRAL right? Central processor. The C, both the C's has to be replaced with a set. Central, but and then we don't say central, we say central processor. Processor.
Ma'am, can we say just like a CPU, like CPU
Mm,
to the
I don't think so because it's CPU is central processing unit. Maybe they have some, they don't have anything like we call it a central processor. That's how we say it. I don't know whether they say CPU. Maybe the English speaking people may say it, but of Dutch it is central processor. Yeah. Okay, then
monitor,
monitor. Okay, what is monitor of Dutch?
Ubawahan,
Either you can say der Monitor, it's the same with a der, or der Bildschirm. Bildschirm. SCHIRM. Bild means, like the photo, right? BILD. Bild. Shirm. Shirm is like the display. So, der Bildschirm is either like screen, display unit, display, and monitor. Anything is like called a Bildschirm or der Monitor. It's better in that way. Okay.
ma'am? It's true like Uber Wahen,
Überwache, Wache,
Wahen, En.
Überwache. It's Überwache. Wachen is to monitor is like a verb. We are all looking at the,
Okay.
that is like to monitor. For instance, monitoring the heartbeat of a child, for instance. That monitor. Like,
Oh,
in
oh.
hospitals, they monitor your blood BP if you are admitted, and they monitor your vitals. That monitor. There's two things, no, with different meanings. This monitor is a screen. The other monitor, this monitor is a noun. That monitor is a verb, which means to really supervise or just like look into some people's
Monitoring.
work. Monitoring. Yeah. That's what is monitor, is to monitor is a verb. Yeah. Überwache and überwachen is like exactly the noun form, monitoring. Is that clear? Like how we say Einladen, Einladung. Überwache is a noun, monitoring, der Überwacher, and überwachen is to monitor, to supervise, oversee, watch, or you can even say to just like observe people. All these is like überwachen. Die Polizei überwacht die Leute in Oktoberfest. The police monitors the people in the Oktoberfest. Yeah, they always do. Yeah. Is this Alice? You have said
Yeah,
only
ma'am.
four.
Yeah, internet also.
Internet. That's fine. That's good. Okay. So is that all from you? Fine.
Yeah, ma'am. But the third picture is football spielen, and
Okay.
in
Just
that
come back with Fußballspielen. What are all the words that you can think of?
I just wrote football, boots, socks, jersey, and we can say
And
stadium.
yeah, stadium of Deutsch.
No idea, man.
What is that?
No idea because I just create that word right
Okay.
now.
Okay. Stadium is Stadion. Stadion. Yeah. And if you see the other word that Sid brought was Mannschaft, which is a very nice word. I was really thinking whenever somebody says about football, they need to really know the team. Yeah. Team is Mannschaft. MANN. Man is like the man. Shaft is like they when they come together. That's what is like the Mannschaft, the team together.
How do you call
Yeah.
man for jersey?
Jersey is Jersey. I think it's an international word. At the Stadion is Das Stadion. Stadion. Stadion.
Tricoats.
What is that?
Tricoats.
Is that what is for Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually we say Jersey, Jersey. I have heard many Germans, they say, ah, ich habe eine elf Nummer Jersey. Like I have the number 11 on my jersey. I've listened to it a lot of times. They also say jersey a lot of times. It's like t-shirt, they say jersey. And when we buy also, there'll be like in the Kleidungsmode Geschäft, where you buy some things. It is like written jersey on the big, like, the board. So you can find out your jerseys in the,
Also, ma'am, for shoe there are boot and spikes. So
of
for
course.
that we can say boot and spikes, spike type shoe and boot
First,
type shoe.
So first, if you say there are so many shoe, isn't it? The For instance, if you say the shoe is, if you bring that two things together, for instance, shoe and Schuhe, yeah. But if you have Stiefel, these are stiefels where you see you can wear it during the winter. Is the boots, boots also, or it could be stiefel, the stiefel. Both are feminine in nature. And you know what is stiefel, isn't it? Schneestiefel. How does a boot look like? Can you tell me what's the difference between a shoe and a boot?
I think in the bottom side there are some round, circular, cylindrical type fittings in the boot.
Not only that, but how long is the shoe? Is what also matters, isn't it? It is not just your ankle length. It comes until your half your, like, above your ankles. So that is stiefel. And you have stiefel, which comes near your knee. It's long enough. After your class, you can just look at those pictures of stiefel boots. How does it look? Because for winter, they have winter stiefel, Sommerstiefel. They have different types of shoes in Germany. Yeah. So it's
But
the
for ma'am,
stiefel.
spike type shoe,
Spike, I
like
don't know. It's like,
runners use shoes
yeah,
like
I know what's
carpets.
the word for spike, which is like we call it as a, I think it's a spike shoe or a spitzer. Spitzer also is spike, which means this spitzer comes when I think, like, I have learned it when I say the back spitzer, which means the top of the mountain, like when they are like very, very sharp, they say it's eine Bergspitze, which means the mountain, the tip is called eine Spitze. That's where anyone who climbs, klettert, sie geht und sie trägt eine Fahne von ihren Landen. Means like they have the flag of the country. They just go to the tip of the mountain. It's called eine Spitze. But I think spike shoe is spike shoe. I think, like, yeah. And you can even use that spike shoe also. Or Spitze only if you want to just look at, if you see the football shoe and say, I want to like really say, what is this spike? That is Spitze. It differs, when you say shoe, you can say spike shoe, like t-shirt, jersey, spike shoe. But that shoe is not sorry, schuhe, sure. Spike, sure. But only those pointed ones under the football shoe. If you want to point it out and say, this is, I don't want these spikes. Ich möchte keine Spitze haben in meiner Schuhe, which means I don't want to have any of these spikes on the shoe. That is Spitze. Is that clear?
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Yeah. And anything else? Is that all?
Yeah.
So one more thing that I would like you to do right now is Übung 4. Okay. Uh, yeah. Sophia's Geburtstag. Lesen. Okay, before that, I think like we will finish this and then go there. Hören Sie die zweite Übung. Hören Sie die Radiobeiträge. Welche Freizeitaktivitäten geht es? So you have to find the free time activity after listening to the audio. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me see whether I'm sharing it with the sound. We will hear it twice and then we can decide.
Kapitel 6 Zeit mit Freunden. Aufgabe 2a 1.
Das Spiel hat begonnen. Die ersten Minuten laufen sehr gut für die Schalker. Es gibt viele Chancen, auch wenn diese Flanke am Tor vorbeigeht. Die Fans sind zufrieden. Auch die Gäste aus München spielen sehr stark, aber auch sie schießen keine Tore. Dieser Kopfball landet im Aus. So steht es zur Halbzeit unentschieden, 0:0. Schalkes Sturm wird von der Münchner Abwehr gestoppt. Bayerns Torwart Oliver Kahn ist so souverän wie immer. Und es dauert nicht lange, bis Bayern 1:0 in Führung geht.
Zwei.
Ja, gut so. Jetzt kannst du rechts den Fuß hinstellen. Ja, bisschen höher noch. Noch ein bisschen. Hast du's?
Ja, uff.
Willkommen im No Limit Kletterspaß in einer der größten Indoor-Hallen Deutschlands. Klettern für alle, allein, zu zweit oder in der Gruppe, als Anfänger oder Fortgeschrittener. Hier im No Limit ist für jeden was dabei. Mit über 200 Routen und verschiedenen Schwierigkeitsgraden gibt es hier Kletterfeeling pur an 365 Tagen im Jahr.
Drei.
Torte und Tango. Das gibt es jetzt jeden Sonntag in Berlin. Von 15 bis 18 Uhr könnt ihr in der Oranienstraße Tango üben und tanzen, bei Kaffee und Kuchen. Ein Tanzlehrer ist immer da.
Vier.
Och, ich freue mich schon auf heute Abend. Mein Grill steht schon bereit und heute geht es endlich los. Steak und Würstchen. Naja, meine Frau findet das nicht so toll. Sie grillt lieber Gemüse. Tja, wie ist es bei euch? Was grillt ihr am liebsten? Ruft an. Ja, da ist schon der erste Anrufer. Wer ist denn dran?
Ja, hallo, hier ist der Rolf.
Hallo Rolf. Und was grillst du heute Abend?
Also Fleisch und Würstchen mag ich auch sehr gerne, aber heute Abend grillen wir Fisch und dazu Kartoffeln und Pilze. Das schmeckt super.
Das hört sich auch gut an. Viel Spaß dann heute Abend.
Ja, danke.
We didn't hear Juhi and Sai. I will come back to your pictures. I forgot about that. So we will do that. And these two people, Juhi and Sai, you were very happy that I didn't ask you, isn't it? But I found out that, you didn't share. Okay. So were you able to find out what are all these free time activities? Have you at least like jotted down two from the conversation? I don't want you to answer. I don't tell the answer, but are you able to really listen to it and just guess?
Yeah, ma.
Yeah. What about Sai, Sid?
Yes.
Okay. Emmy and Juhi?
Yes.
Alex?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. One more time, we are going to listen to it. Just look for the keywords. What are they talking about? Or like it is all in the first exercise that we saw, right? Yeah. So it is all in from the first exercise. So you can just look into listening to the keywords of it. Okay, so yeah, and where is it? Yeah, okay.
Kapitel 6 Zeit mit Freunden. Aufgabe 2a. 1.
Das Spiel hat begonnen. Die ersten Minuten laufen sehr gut für die Schalker. Es gibt viele Chancen, auch wenn diese Flanke am Tor vorbeigeht. Die Fans sind zufrieden. Auch die Gäste aus München spielen sehr stark, aber auch sie schießen keine Tore. Dieser Kopfball landet im Aus. So steht es zur Halbzeit unentschieden. 0:0. Schalkes Sturm wird von der Münchner Abwehr gestoppt. Bayerns Torwart Oliver Kahn ist so souverän wie immer. Und es dauert nicht lange, bis Bayern 1:0 in Führung geht.
Zwei.
Ja, gut so. Jetzt kannst du rechts den Fuß hinstellen. Ja, bisschen höher noch. Noch ein bisschen. Hast du's?
Ja, uff.
Willkommen im No Limit Kletterspaß in einer der größten Indoor-Hallen Deutschlands. Klettern für alle, allein, zu zweit oder in der Gruppe, als Anfänger oder Fortgeschrittener. Hier im No Limit ist für jeden was dabei. Mit über 200 Routen und verschiedenen Schwierigkeitsgraden gibt es hier Kletterfeeling pur an 365 Tagen im Jahr.
Drei.
Torte und Tango. Das gibt es jetzt jeden Sonntag in Berlin. Von 15 bis 18 Uhr könnt ihr in der Oranienstraße Tango üben und tanzen, bei Kaffee und Kuchen. Ein Tanzlehrer ist immer da.
Vier.
Ach, ich freue mich schon auf heute Abend. Mein Grill steht schon bereit und heute geht es endlich los. Steak und Würstchen. Naja, meine Frau findet das nicht so toll. Sie grillt lieber Gemüse. Tja, wie ist es bei euch? Was grillt ihr am liebsten? Ruft an. Ja, da ist schon der erste Anrufer. Wer ist denn dran?
Ja, hallo, hier ist der Rolf.
Hallo Rolf. Und was grillst du heute Abend?
Also Fleisch und Würstchen mag ich auch sehr gerne, aber heute Abend grillen wir Fisch und dazu Kartoffeln und Pilze. Das schmeckt super.
Das hört sich auch gut an. Viel Spaß dann heute Abend.
Ja, danke.
Okay, so what is the first one? Am I audible? Just hold on. Yeah. So what is the first one? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fußball spielen.
Fußball spielen. Sehr gut. 2.
Glad.
Dinner gehen.
No. It's glad.
Tanzen.
Klettern. There is one thing where he clearly says, no, willkommen bei Klettern. Sie können Anfänger oder Fortgeschrittene sein, which means like you can be a beginner or you can also be any advanced people. You can try in Einzel, which means like single, or zwei Personen oder in einer Gruppe, which means you can do one-on-one, in twos or in groups. Yeah, so that is Klettern is 2, 3.
Dancen.
Tanzen, sehr gut. Sai, it's tanzen. 4.
Go ahead.
Grillen.
Grillen, sehr good. It's grillen. Yeah. And I found out one answer for you. Which one is this? This sieben, they say it's schwimmen. How is it schwimmen? I'm not
I think it's
understanding.
a swimming pool, ma'am.
Oh, I think this is the this thing, not the pool. You understand what we
Okay,
wear in
okay,
our
it's Google's.
goggles? Yeah, I
Google's.
think so. Yeah. My God, it's so bad, as you said.
It
Okay,
doesn't look
so
like goggles.
it definitely doesn't look like, but I think it's a very close picture of one eye goggle. Then you can now at least picture that, isn't it? The other eye is on the, on the other side of it. My goodness.
Yeah.
So like it is like so they are very very clever to do that. Okay, good. And Juhi and Sai, now you tell us what three pictures you chose and all the five words for each of these pictures. Quick.
First word is internet surfing.
Okay.
The mouse,
Mhm.
their tastature, keyboard, video
Okay.
spielen, their monitor, their computer.
They are good. Then
Then Fußball,
foosball.
Elfspieler,
Mhm.
Helfspieler, der Boden means ground,
Mhm.
die Trikots
Okay.
Jersey,
Mhm.
die Stiefel, Boots und Trainer.
Trainer. Sehr gut. Der
Trainer.
Trainer. Der Trainer. Mhm.
Der
Okay.
Trainer.
Genau.
Und next one, Fahrrad,
Mhm.
der Helm, die Schuh means shoe,
Okay. Mhm.
die Straße means roads,
Road.
Ampel, I don't
The
know the gender
amphil.
for Ampel,
Amphil.
uh,
Amphil. First, you tell them what is amphil.
traffic lights,
Yeah. Amphil. What are the colors you see?
red, green, and yellow.
Genau. Und Amphil is, you can see Amphil in most of, like at least 100 to 150 meters, you can see the traffic light. And you can see that pedestrian signals, like, there is a stop, there is, there is, what do we say? The green go, and there is a red go, and it is a de-amphil.
The Ampel. Okay.
De-amphil. Mhm.
Then last one, Radweg, bike path.
What is that? Come again.
Bike, Radweg,
Bike park.
bike path,
Radbug, cycle
Ah,
track.
Radweg. Yeah,
Radweg. Yes.
Radweg. Exactly. Radweg is Weg. Der Weg is means the way. And there is a cycling way. Definitely there is a cycling way. And yeah, it's the Amphel. Amphel, der Radweg. Genau. And then,
Yes.
is that alles? One more is there, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
No.
One is
Three.
okay. Yeah, yeah. The computer. Okay, the internet surfing. Yeah, good. Very good. Very clear with all the articles in place. Very good. Okay. So your work would be the next work would be something that you're going to read. But before that, I would like you to listen to one work, and all the hearing part we will finish today, and the reading part is something that you will do it at home. Yeah, you can even join in your WhatsApp group or something to do a group work also. That is up to you. But I'll just share what which work we are going to do now. 4 is something that you will do it on your own. Okay, just mark down 4 as house of carbon. House of carbon is homework. 5, 6, and 7 is something that we can listen to right now. 5. Juhi, can you please read the title bitte? Lesen Sie den Titel.
Which one, ma'am?
5.
The box.
Übung 5.
Starting with one haben die.
Genau. 5a. Wann haben die Personen Geburtstag? Ja, that one.
Wann haben die Personen Geburtstag? Hören Sie und notieren Sie das Datum. Was ist besonders am den Geburtstag?
Geburtstagen, sehr gut. Wann haben die Personen Geburtstag? When do the people have their birthdays? Hören Sie und notieren Sie das Datum. You need to really note down the dates. Was ist besonders an den Geburtstagen? What do you think it could be? Can you guess? What is besonders am Geburtstag? What do you do? Is that a very normal day? It is a special day. So what is special? Besonders is special. Yeah. Um, ja. So, what is that special thing that they are doing on their Geburtstag? Wir haben vier Leuten, Mark Reuter, Susanne Bommer, der Daum und Frau Daum. Genau, dann hören Sie. Wir können die Leute hören.
Aufgabe
One second. Ah,
5a.
Marc, wann haben Sie denn Geburtstag?
Im Herbst, am 22.09. Und Susanne hat nur 2 Tage nach mir Geburtstag.
Genau. Ich habe am 24.09. Und meine Schwester auch.
Echt? So ein Zufall.
Herr Daum, und Sie?
Ich habe am 31.12. Geburtstag.
Oh, da feiern Sie sich ja immer.
Nein, eigentlich nicht. Aber meine Frau feiert sehr gern. Sie hat nämlich am 29.02. Geburtstag.
So ein Pech.
Aufgabe 5a.
Marc, wann haben Sie denn Geburtstag?
Im Herbst, am 22.09. Und Susanne hat nur 2 Tage nach mir Geburtstag.
Genau. Ich habe am 24.09. Und meine Schwester auch.
Echt? So ein Zufall.
Herr Daum, und Sie?
Ich habe am 31.12. Geburtstag.
Oh, da feiern Sie sich ja immer.
Nein, eigentlich nicht. Aber meine Frau feiert sehr gern. Sie hat nämlich am 29.02. Geburtstag.
So ein Pech.
okay, so when does Mark has his birthday? Okay, before that, where do you think these people are? Wo sind die Leute?
Restaurant.
Im Restaurant. Ja, im Restaurant, genau. Okay, wann hat Mark Geburtstag?
Herbst, I just noticed Herbst. The dates I couldn't follow.
Ja, Herbst. Und Herbst, when is Herbst? Can you tell us the months, Sid? June, July, August ist Sommer und dann kommt Herbst. September, Oktober und November. Mid of October, actually. Mid of August to almost, end of August to that. So here and there is like sometimes a lag here or there. But usually it's September, October is Herbst. So somewhere between. Okay. Anyone else? Did you notice Mark's Geburtstag? Were you able to note it down?
9.
9/10 means the ninth month, which is September. I'm giving you a clue. So you listen to it again. And so one more time we will listen to it and then we will come back for a discussion.
Aufgabe 5a.
Marc, wann haben Sie denn Geburtstag?
Im Herbst, am 22.09. Und Susanne hat nur 2 Tage nach mir Geburtstag.
Genau. Ich habe am 24.09. Und meine Schwester auch.
Echt? So ein Zufall.
Herr Daum, und Sie?
Ich habe am 31.12. Geburtstag.
Oh, da feiern Sie sich ja immer.
Nein, eigentlich nicht. Aber meine Frau feiert sehr gern. Sie hat nämlich am 29.02. Geburtstag.
So ein Pech.
Aufgabe 5.
Now, are you able to note it down?
22nd.
20? One more
22.
time. That's right, Sai. 22 of which month is that?
9
9 is which month?
August.
I'm going to give you nicely now.
August.
If you see him one time at least in your life,
September.
nicely pull his ear for me like this, like we do know in class. My teacher used to like nicely pull the students' ear like this, and he says, whenever I pull, you become more intelligent. He says, Like that, I'm going to pull your ear when you say 9 and then August it seems. Okay, then Susanna.
24th.
Very good. 24th of which month is that? Now tell us correctly.
Same month then.
Which month?
September.
I wanted to know whether you have already come to September now. Very good. Okay, here down.
31st.
31st of which month is that?
പഠിച്ചവനറിയാം.
Month I didn't.
December.
Exactly. It's December 31st is his birthday. So immediately she asked, Susanne asked, oh, so Sie feiern sich öften? Means like, do you celebrate it often? Because it's the last year day of the month, sorry, the year. And so you always celebrate it. And he says, no, my wife celebrates it. And when is Frau Daum's Geburtstag?
29.
That's right. 29 ist richtig. Und welcher Monat ist das?
February.
Exactly, February. And immediately they say, oh, das ist ein Pech. What is ein Pech? You have not heard that word. It is like a very new word for you, which Pech, ich habe ein Pech is, it's unluck. Glück, Glück. Glück is luck and Pech is unluck. Yeah. I have really like I don't have luck at all. People say, das ist ein Pech. Like sometimes you hear people say that very, very often. Oh, this is ein Pech. Because when you say some things that is like negative, or sometimes you are sie erzählt ihre like Ereignis, like you are describing your emotions, and suddenly you say, I'm so sad. Oh, das ist ein Pech. It means like sometimes it's unluck. 29th of February. Was ist besonders? What is special about this? Or what, whichever year. What
It
happens to
only it only happens for one time in 4 years.
yeah, so they don't grow, no? When they have 16 years, they are only 4 years old because they have just celebrated 4 birthdays in 16 years or 5 birthdays in 20 years. Do you have you met a person with this birthday? I have a very close friend who has a birthday on 29th of February. And the only good thing that her mom did immediately after her birth was they changed it to March 1st. In the hospital, they changed because she was born on somewhere around 11:30. So they put the time as 1 o'clock or some 12:50 or something like that. And they changed the birth date. So and I also have a very good friend who has a friend's son who is just like 1.5 years, like almost like he's going to be too soon. Then he is born on the 31st of December. It's the last year, and there are like people also like I have heard of people like who are born on the 1st of January, and they say, oh, this is like so many babies were born on the first day of the year. Usually in the newspaper or somewhere it would come how many children were born on the 1st of January. Yeah, so when do you all have your Geburtstag? One is Sid's Geburtstag.
19 May. Sorry, 18 May.
18,
May.
9. Ah, okay.
May.
19. 18, that's how we say it, yeah? 18, which means 18th of the
May.
month, the 9th month. 8 or the 9th, August or September?
No, it's on May, ma'am.
Fünfte then, yeah. 18, which means 18th of May. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Sid, no. Atul, when do you have your Geburtstag? One has two Geburtstag.
22. 6.
22.6. Okay. And then Juhi,
13 Mai.
13. 5. Okay, done. Alex,
11 Juli.
once again, Alex.
10 Juli.
Yuli, Saint, 10 is it?
No, 11 ma.
11, 11. Okay, 11. Juli, 6. Oder? Januar, Februar, März, April, Mai, Juni. Juli is 7. 7. Done? Who else? Emmy.
13 Juli.
13. Juli. Okay. Is this Alice? Is there somebody I missed? Is there somebody I missed? Alex?
Sai.
Sai. When's your birthday? One is dein Geburtstag.
9th August.
Hello, of George.
9th Act.
That's why you got confused with the 9 and 8. Now I understand. 9. Achten. Yeah, 9. Achten. Yeah, good. Okay, so das ist alles. Und dann gehen wir weiter. Oh, where is that? Yeah. So we're going to look at a small film. Let's see.
Hallo Felix. Na, musst du heute gar nicht arbeiten?
Aber ich arbeite doch. Ich fahre Mountainbike.
Das ist doch keine Arbeit.
Ja, für mich schon. Ich bin ein Sportstudent. Und bei dir alles fit?
Ja, der perfekte Start ins Wochenende.
Apropos Wochenende. Hast du heute Nachmittag schon was vor?
Ich muss mit Ella Englisch lernen. Sie schreibt nächste Woche einen Test. Aber morgen hätte ich Zeit.
Morgen kann ich leider nicht. Aber dann viel Spaß beim Joggen.
Hey, warte mal. Was machst du nächste Woche?
Keine Zeit.
Am Mittwoch habe ich nämlich Geburtstag.
Ehrlich? Gibst du eine Party?
Das weiß ich noch nicht. Du bist der Erste, den ich frage.
Okay, ich komme gern.
Okay, ich sag Bescheid.
Okay.
Tschüss.
Ciao.
Hallo Felix. Na, musst du heute gar nicht arbeiten?
Aber ich arbeite doch. Ich fahre Mountainbike.
Das ist doch keine Arbeit.
Ja, für mich schon. Ich bin ein Sportstudent. Und bei dir alles fit?
Ja, der perfekte Start ins Wochenende.
Apropos Wochenende. Hast du heute Nachmittag schon was vor?
Ich muss mit Ella Englisch lernen. Sie schreibt nächste Woche einen Test. Aber morgen hätte ich Zeit.
Morgen kann ich leider nicht. Aber dann viel Spaß beim Joggen.
Hey, warte mal. Was machst du nächste Woche?
Keine Zeit.
Am Mittwoch habe ich nämlich Geburtstag.
Ehrlich? Gibst du eine Party?
Das weiß ich noch nicht. Du bist der Erste, den ich frage.
Okay, ich komme gern.
Okay, ich sag Bescheid.
Okay.
Tschüss.
Ciao.
Okay. So, what was the conversation all about? What did you understand?
Did she invite for her birthday?
That's what. That is something like the core. That's right side. And what did she first ask him?
What are you gonna do for the weekend?
Yeah, before that, he said something with the cycle. What is he doing? What is his? What is he by? Like, what is he studying? He said a very like a very often hearing like English word, two English words. Mountain bike. Did you hear that? He said mountain bike, which means like he is like going to a mountain to cycle. Then immediately, did she say? Was it very fast for you? Would you like to listen to it? Just listen to these things, okay? Two, three things that I would like you to observe is what is he like, what is he studying? He says immediately after that mountain bike, okay? Listen to that. And then, uh, what was her proposal? Like, when is she asking him whether he has time? That is one information that I would like you to listen to. And the next one is like, which day is her birthday, Bia's birthday? And what is he saying immediately when he hears it is eh, one day, someday she says, is mein Geburtstag. And then immediately he says one word. I would like you to listen to that also. Yeah. So keenly listen to it. Let's listen to the whole thing once more.
Hallo Felix. Na, musst du heute gar nicht arbeiten?
Aber ich arbeite doch. Ich fahre Mountainbike.
Das ist doch keine Arbeit.
Ja, für mich schon. Ich bin Sportstudent. Und bei dir alles fit?
Ja, der perfekte Start ins Wochenende.
Apropos Wochenende. Hast du heute Nachmittag schon was vor?
Ich muss mit Ella Englisch lernen. Sie schreibt nächste Woche einen Test. Aber morgen hätte ich Zeit.
Morgen kann ich leider nicht. Aber dann viel Spaß beim Joggen.
Hey, warte mal. Was machst du nächste Woche?
Keine Zeit.
Am Mittwoch habe ich nämlich Geburtstag.
Ehrlich? Gibst du eine Party?
Das weiß ich noch nicht. Du bist der Erste, den ich frage.
Okay, ich komme gern.
Okay, ich sag Bescheid.
Okay.
Tschüss.
Ciao.
Okay. Did you listen to that? What is he studying?
He's a sports student.
Exactly. He is again now said, ist ein Sportstudent. Studiert Sport. Is there something like that in India? Yes, there is. But not like how you have it right there, because there will be at least like out of 10, there would be at least 3 or 4 people who go for sports. So it's almost equal, I could say, because they really play for the teams, they play for the districts, they play for any games they do. They really study sport and they specialize on one, not just one. They really learn for many things, like for becoming a swimming trainer. It's not just a course, it's like you need to study sport. So what happens when you study sport? The whole thing is like almost like you need to really work like a doctor. You will be taken to the physiology class. You will have biology, like about the whole human system, how the bones are, muscles are, which they will be like very good and very very knowledgeable about the human body completely. It's almost like they don't know to operate and all, but suddenly if they fall, they will immediately, even the trainers, if you see, the trainers would be able to come and tell you whether it's a fracture or not. They will be so keen. But just like, just like an ortho doctor, he might, yeah, he would say, oh yeah, might be a fracture, but we need to take an x-ray. Exactly, these sport people also will know every small thing about these, their own study. And sport is not just like, playing at all. It's more than to do with playing. It really needs to be like, you need to measure the ground, you need to, every single thing from scratch you will learn in the sports studium or the university. So he is a sports student. So when is Beas Geburtstag? Welcher Tag ist Beas Geburtstag?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Mittwoch, sehr gut. And what is that one word he says immediately after he hears that?
Party.
Party, before party. Somebody said that. Is that it?
Helch.
Hellish. Sehr gut. This is a word that I really want you to like pen it down in your note, which is hellish. Is honestly, are you saying the truth? Really? Then it's like kind of a surprise that you like ask them. Hellish, is that echt? Is genuine? Yeah, is it genuine? Is that real? Yeah, echt. And then they also say sicher, like sicher is like
Safe.
uh yeah, they say it when I say kommst du gern, kommst du ins Kino? Yeah, sicher, definitely. Like there is a, yeah, definitely you can say, or you can say 100% I am there with you. Yeah, 100%. 100% I'm there with you. Sicher. These are all some small one words that you really need to know. These are called particle words at times. These are called adjectives at times. Yeah, adjectives definitely is adjectives. Oh yeah, and no. She says like initially she says no, like means like it is just a particle word, which means hey there. Like, it is like doesn't have any meaning, but then yeah, this is all like which makes the language more colloquial. And the teenage or the adolescent, the adolescents, these age people really talk a little differently than the usual. And then they, when they come to work and all of that, they have language for the office bureau, or the, like you they have a language for the office and language with the friends. So they have two different ways of talking. Das ist alles für heute, aber wir haben jetzt ein bisschen Hausaufgaben machen. Übung 4 ist Ihren erste Hausaufgaben für heute. 4 and then 7. I would like you to work with 7. What is the work? You need to read this email and find out all the words that you don't know. Please translate it. And you need to, if I'm going to tell you, please read this email and tell me what the meaning of this sentence, you should be able to tell us the sentence. Is that clear? You have to translate it. Some words, don't really like look into the dictionary, don't type it in a Google Translate. Just try reading one sentence. Find out the words you already know. Just find out the words you don't know. Yeah. Just underline it and find that word alone in your dictionary and put the sentence together to really understand what it is. Don't use a Google Translate. Please, I'm really like requesting everyone. If you use a Google Translate, it is not going to come to your exams, or, it is not going to be handy for you when you want to speak. So just do that work for me. 4 and 7 is your homework. So the next Friday, what we are going to do is we will be working with in a restaurant. So that would also be one of the topic for your speaking, like the Unterricht. What is that Unterricht of in English? The class. Okay. So on Wednesday we will have the speaking trials. So for that we will do im restaurant. Yeah. So we will actually see that that topic is also there so that we can actually finish the lesson quickly. Any Fragen? Haben Sie Fragen? Haben Sie etwas vor? Nein? Dann können wir uns Bescheid. She also said one word, Bescheid sagen, which means like verabreden and Bescheid sagen. Bescheid sagen is like to say bye and part away. I'm parting away is what Bescheid sagen. Mit ein Tschüss oder Auf Wiedersehen, wie du möchtest. Dann sehen wir uns wieder am Mittwoch. Tschüss. Niemand möchte Tschüss sagen, oder?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Tschüss.
Tschüss, ma'am.
Tschüss, Juhi.
Yes, ma'am.
Tschüss, Emmy.
Choose, ma'am.
Tschüss, Sid.